Welcome to Biohacking. Today I'm going to cover a few interesting topics. So I'm going to start out by talking about controlling what you can control. For instance, I had this dog barking in the background. It's actually kind of bothering me a little bit deep down, but I'm deciding to push it aside and focus on the subject at hand. And for instance, creating over consuming. We can choose to let the things that bother us push us into a corner of just consumption, or we can be gods ourselves and create. We are blessed to be able-bodied through biohacking to create and manifest our inner desires. So, the main thing I want to talk about today is being high test in regards to the outer world and the inner world. The world's going to go on as it does. The system's going to keep doing what it's going to do. You're going to have your neighbor with a crazy barking dog. You're going to have some cat that's clawing at your window, meowing its ass off, whatever. You're going to have your ex-girlfriend shooting you DMs, constantly hounding you. All these things, right? But it's what you do with those that will that'll be judgment to your character, okay? Now, I used to be a hothead. I used to get depressed, mood swings, no consistency, all over the place, right? And then I started biohacking, okay? I got butter in the coffee, for instance, nutrition, right? Eating organic foods, drinking clean water. Our food, our water is all tainted now, and that's what the system wants. So you need to ask yourself, if I focus on biohacking, will this make me a better man? And how can I make this happen and manifest as soon as possible? You need to be prioritizing yourself. That means pushing all the things that don't serve you anymore out of bounds. No more chasing girls. No more chasing deadbeat friends. No more trying to fit in, because you're not going to fit in this. Because there's the 5% and there's the 95%. And I'd like to say that statistic is actually a little bit lower than that, okay? People call me crazy for what I do. They say I'm insane, and I want to be, because that keeps me out of the bunch, keeps me out of the mix, because I'm not a sheep. And neither are you. If you're watching this video, this is what a lion would do, okay? In a lion, you got sheep. Let the rest be sheep. We're lions here, okay? Just the fact you put this in the search bar is telling me a few things. You're ready for change. That your soul is clawing at the very window of your ego, telling me, hey, you're telling you, hey, it's time for a change. It's time to be my best version. So, creating over consuming. We live in a day and age where we have all this social media at hand. You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got TikTok, you got everything in between, right? Why don't you use that? But instead you sit back and you spend hours flicking through, watching story after story. You probably couldn't remember the last 3 reels you watched. That's not creating. Creating is sitting down and getting a plan, because a man has a fucking plan, okay? Boys don't have plans. They don't have goals, aspirations, and dreams. A real man will figure out what he wants to do, pinpoint it, and attack on target. That's what a real high-test man does. Biohacking will help get you there, okay? I had a nice ribeye steak for dinner, pasture-raised eggs, raw cheese. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm shredded. I don't bloat. I don't ever bloat. I can always see my abs. I wake up, I'm ready to go every day. I work a day job. I work full time. I'm still in the system. I'm not rich. I'm not a rich man. But I've lived a little bit of life now to where I can dole out this information to you and tell you that this fucking works. So you need to tell yourself, it's either us or them. The choice is yours. Biohacking. Keep following me for more. Thank you.